very frustrating. And it really makes me angry that we've been given miserable choices amongst horrible options. For the second year in a row, we have put some of the most engaged parent communities, and we've put them against one another. We are dealing with young people here. We're dealing with our future, and they're real people. And change is really hard for real people. And it's really difficult for older people, and also difficult for young people. And when I think back to the 10 school closures that folks told us was the most efficient thing to do at the time, and now we're here with a $20 million loan order that, if leveraged against what the school building authority, the dollars there, we could possibly build another school. When I look at the things that are going into these buildings, we're saying that we're trying to prepare our young people for a 21st century skill set, and we have early 19th century buildings that we are upgrading, and all we're doing in these buildings is upgrading the systems so that they are up to maybe early 1980 standards relative to the dollars that are there. This is a really frustrating position to be in. It shouldn't be a position that we're in, because we now have to, if we're going to talk about school assignment, how about we have had a conversation about where the school buildings are and where our young people are going to go to schools? How do we have that conversation in the absence of where the buildings are going to be? Because the school assignment conversation is going to happen, and we might have a situation that we're talking about walk zones in Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan. We don't have enough elementary school seats. And the other thing that makes me feel really bad and just unsettling is that my schools, the district that I'm in and the zone that I'm in, is going to benefit from my good friend, the district councilor from Mission Hill. So we have a school that's moving out of one zone and into another zone that's going to personally benefit the young people that are in our district. We ask our young people to do their homework, and we ask you to do the same. We ask that when you bring us these changes, that it's a comprehensive plan, that it's well thought out, that we have the future of our young people. And I don't, again, you work every single day on building our young people, but we have the future of our young people in mind with every single step that we take. We have buildings that are, we have a school, a very good school in the Edward M. Kennedy, and I come from taking off my city council hat, I come from a private sector background. We're asking them to take 100 new students in a school that has, I guess from these numbers, it has, 1994, doing low math, but has around 200 some odd students now. In a corporate setting, you set aside dollars to make that transition, to scale that school up. Because yes, we have weighted school funding, but we aren't allocating money to help escalate and change that school, which is now 2 buildings. The premise of what we're doing here today is really troubling. There are many young people who will benefit from this plan. But when we speak about expanding quality seats, I see 163 quality seats in the Mission Hill School. We should not be put in a position that divisive and disruptive plans are brought before the City Council for our sign-off. This is going to be one of the most difficult votes that I take in my short time here. Because as I said, these are miserable choices amongst horrible options. And I'm going to have to go back and really think about this. Because, and what I ask that in the future, we need to have at least a 10-year comprehensive plan relative to where buildings are, relative to how we deal with the $600 million of upgrades that we have to make in our school system. Quality is, yes, an issue, and this conversation again is happening right alongside the decisions that we're making around where young people go to school. We should have, and I know hindsight is 2020, we should have waited to close all 10 of those schools and had a comprehensive, thoughtful, open-minded, parent-directed conversation about where and how this happens.